All right, guys, welcome to the podcast. I'm Emma. I'm going to be your host for today, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hi, I'm Ash Guy. You guys can call me Ashton. And here's the rest of them.
Oh, okay, sorry, I interrupted you. And also we have...
Calvin!
And... Spencer?
And
Oh, damn.
Spencer!
And Spencer.
He's always dead when Emma's host.
That's kind of an insult, Ashton.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be rude or
Oofy
anything, but
doof.
he's always speechless when you're host.
Ooh.
That sounds sensual. Anyway.
That could... Maybe
We're not
it
gonna
is.
talk
How do you know?
Anyway, so I'm gonna start off by asking, how is your day, guys?
It's going good.
It's alright. Could be better.
What's going on, Ashton? Why could it be better?
I skipped improv to go do a project.
And basically did nothing during the project, so we could have
I
gone to
did
improv.
loads. That's not true. I did loads. I wrote a whole script, Calvin.
Uh-huh.
Getting offended. Anyway,
I worked hard on that.
For me, it was just exhausting.
Okay, moving on. Kind of a generic question. It's totally not off the internet because I was running out of ideas. But I wanted to ask, what's your favorite movie, guys?
I'd have to say, what's the name? It's a Spider-Man, the bad guy, Venom. That's his name.
Yeah,
Venom.
that's my second favorite movie.
Well,
I still haven't seen that movie.
Oh, it's so good, dude. The action in it is just awesome.
Alright, we get it. You're fangirling.
Oh my god, I just absolutely love Venom.
Spencer, what's your favorite movie? If Venom's your second favorite, what's your favorite?
My favorite movie would be Talladega Nights.
Wait, what is that about?
Probably NASCAR.
I bet. Keith is all about
that. Have you ever heard of Rick Bobby?
Ricky Bobby?
No.
I mean, I've kind of heard of him, but I don't know anything about him.
Yeah. He's in the movie, and at one point they at the presentation he has a backwards car. So during the race, he drives his car 200 miles per hour backwards, ends up winning a damn race.
Holy moly!
Is it based on true, like on a true story? Spencer?
He's looking it up. Give him a minute.
They can't hear you. Yeah,
okay, never mind. It's fine. Alright, what about you, Ashton? What's your favorite movie?
I don't think I have a favorite movie. Or, that's not true. I like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies a lot.
Okay, popular opinion. I think the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are the best out of them.
Oh, I love them. Tom Holland's awesome.
Sorry about that. Yeah. I think
that wasn't distracting.
First Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire. That guy's the best. Especially the scene where he's just walking down the street
and pointing fingers at all the girls and stuff.
You know, if you watch that, but it's like without the audio, it's quite a funny thing to watch.
Yes.
I've seen that video.
It's so funny.
Imagine how awkward that would have been.
Yeah.
Just for the film crew, just watching this one guy having the time of his life, while everybody else is dead silent.
Wait, so like why? Well, okay, so my favorite movie is like, okay, you guys totally will not like this movie. I think it's pretty good. I only like it because it was a part of my childhood. But like
Twilight. Oh.
Oh, ew, Twilight? No.
Wait, what movie?
I like Pitch Perfect. I don't know. I like it because I like musicals and stuff like that, and it came out in 2012.
Sorry.
Okay, that was like my childhood.
Sorry, I'm just experiencing some.
Calvin finally smells his BO.
Calvin.
Okay, and wait, so to follow up on the movie thing, who's your favorite actor? I know Calvin's is the
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. Was your favorite actor in the movie that you watched?
No.
No, it wasn't. Wait, what was your favorite movie again, Cal? Oh no, it was the
Venom.
Venom. Yeah,
Venom is dope.
Venom's alright.
I would have to
Oh.
say, my favorite actors, Tom Holland or myself. I'm just saying.
You are not an
Um,
actor, my friend.
Not
Guys,
yet, maybe.
I don't know if
Not
you,
yet.
I don't know if our viewers know, but this will be my last podcast before the cross country race.
I thought you were gonna say you're either dying or you're moving.
This is
He's
the last
resigning.
podcast I do before I die from terminal cancer.
What? No. Oh my.
I thought he was
Okay.
resigning. I got spooked.
I think Ashton will relate with me on this. My favorite actress is Emilia Clarke.
Oh,
Oh
love her.
jeez.
Yeah, she plays Daenerys in
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, she's like the Dragon Queen.
Oh boy.
But like, if it wasn't her, I'd probably have to go with like Anna Kendrick or something. She's hilarious.
I also like
Why?
Maisie Williams.
Yeah, Maisie Williams is a good actress. She was in.
Is that the one that
she's-
looks like somebody at
Don't
school?
worry about it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys hear about Did you guys hear about the St. Louis girlfriend who has like cancer?
I
No.
did not.
No.
I don't think I
Well,
want to.
During the regular season last year, she couldn't go to a Blues game, so the Blues invited her to come to all the playoff games, and they ended up winning the Stanley Cup. And she actually got a personal Stanley Cup ring for her.
That's
From
I
the
don't
team.
mean to be this person. But remember the whole no news topics.
Is it technically news?
Yes,
Yes, that is
basically.
technically news.
Anyway,
Oh,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But like, I think that's pretty cool, Spencer.
Oh, should we ask about the you know how what we were talking about before with my dad on Discord there, Emma?
Oh,
Now, yeah.
want to leave that for a different podcast before like we can figure out how we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave that for another podcast.
Give you
I'm
guys the
confused.
suspense.
Do you guys like school? Like, do you like going to school? and
No.
stuff like that?
Yes.
Well, if there was a strike, we wouldn't have school today.
Yeah, we can actually talk about the. We probably shouldn't talk about the strike actually, because kind of news.
Yeah.
but
Sensitive. Yeah, sensitive topic.
We don't want to say anything we're uneducated about, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind school. School's okay. There's certain subjects that I'd rather not do, but I like
Such
it.
as. Oh, that makes sense.
I kind of like school. Do you know why?
Why?
Cross
Because
country.
he's not every girl.
Yeah, because every sport team.
But you could
Yeah,
legit
but-
go out to the rec center or something and sign up.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't get medals there, do you?
You do.
No, and you don't have a personal team that you train with, and you do like after school training. And plus, there's no field in there. So how are you supposed to do cross country training in there?
How
Go
are
to
you
park.
supposed to do cross country in a field?
Go to Mattaway.
Exactly.
We go there sometimes for training, practice, whatever it's called.
Tis, child.
I mean, like, okay.
Spencer.
What?
Can you do me a huge favor?
No.
Can you try to fix the echo? It would better all of us.
Oh my.
Spence, just turn down your volume or put headphones in.
There. How's this?
Hold on. Let me.
Testing.
Much better.
Yeah, I don't hear any echo. Good job, Spencer.
Thank you very much.
Yay!
Anyway, but
Very
like,
appreciated.
what's the reason you guys don't like school? If you don't like it, I know that Ashton does, and I like it.
I
but,
love
like,
school.
what's the reason that you don't like it?
The reason why I don't like it is because of math.
Every topic, and school is useless because it's just useless information to my brain that I will probably never use, and I can
mean, that's
easily
not
search
true.
it up on
Yeah.
Google, and I don't need to know this because Google is a thing, and it's just lovely.
Calvin, may I interrupt real quick to give you a
Yeah,
little counterpoint there?
may-
What about What about computer tech there for you, buddy? You
Easy,
like
just
that?
search it up. I learned how to build computers online.
I'm gonna intercept right there too. Okay, I don't. You should have seen Calvin every time our teacher makes us do write down a lot of stuff. He's like, "Why do we have to write this down? We're going to forget this in the future." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Can I
Like,
counter with that?
Sure.
There's some things that you can't learn in school, but like most of it's I think kind of not going to be important. But what I'm saying is, math you might not necessarily like, but say for example you get a job at like a fast food restaurant or something, and the machines fail, so you can't add it up on the machine, and you have to do mental math. Don't you think that would be useful?
Use your phone.
Yeah. Guys, remember grade 8 with sex ed?
That was
Oh,
one day.
jeez. That was
literally
legit one day.
No, the girls had it for 2 days.
That's because
We
the
had it
guys
once.
acted very immature, so they just canceled
I
it.
wasn't even there that one day.
The girls learned about gonorrhea.
Wait, hang on, let me search this up. Hang on, let me mute my.
Is he searching up gonorrhea?
Uh-oh.
No, we're not talking about that.
Well, I don't know. I just think that some things have to be learned in school, and other
I mean,
things
the one thing I don't like about school is moody math teacher, which we talked briefly about.
Oh,
yes,
that's what. Yeah, okay.
We're not talking about it, Spencer.
Oh, geez, Spencer. Why did you search it up?
Spencer's scarred for life.
Oh,
Here, Spencer,
frig.
search this up. Blue waffles.
No.
No,
Don't you dare. You're
What
gonna be
is
scarred for life.
no.
Here, Ashton,
No.
search it up.
Sure.
Emma, this is gonna be a moment to remember.
Let me put my
Yeah.
filter up. Wait, what was it?
Blue
Blue waffles.
waffles.
Oh, also, viewers, do not search up blue waffles if you don't want to be scarred for life.
It's fictional.
No, it's not.
Blue waffle is a fictional sexual transmitted infection that's believed to both turn vagina
Go on
blue and
images.
disfigure it.
There
It's
actually
fictional.
is a blue waffle on there.
Go on
Yeah, no, it's
images.
just.
There we go.
Oh my god.
My legs are shaking.
Alright, let's move into something else before we all get scarred for life.
Ah,
Wait,
yes.
search up Tub Girl.
No.
No.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Girl giving birth to squid.
Okay, back into the podcast now.
Anyways. Alright, so. What's like.
Oh,
I know Throwback
I have some.
Thursday is in a bit, but. Wait, what, Spencer?
I don't know if this would count as a news thing, but what was his number on the sense that was number 4?
That's news.
That's news.
That's
Well,
sports.
he's they're retiring his jersey.
Usually anything sports is
It's
news
news.
because it's so popular.
Yeah. Let's not risk making people who cheer for Montreal Canadiens mad.
Or Toronto
Oh,
Maple
boy.
Leafs.
Anyways,
Chris Phillips, that's his name.
Spencer, we're off sports. We're not talking about hockey anymore.
I'm sorry.
Also, just a quick little note to Spencer. Put headphones in.
They are in.
Please.
Fix the echo. It'll make everybody's life so much easier.
And it won't give me headaches.
True.
Anyways, I know that Throwback Thursday isn't, well, until Thursday, but let's just do Throwback Tuesday. What's an embarrassing memory from when you guys were younger?
Oh boy.
I have a few, and
Spencer
they're
has a
including Calvin.
grade 8. We're just not going to talk about those.
No, it's from Fatima.
All right. Tell me about it, Spencer.
Okay, so after school, we decided to go to the on the play structure with Calvin. I think Ashton was there, and the twins, and Calvin too.
I didn't really hang out with the twins, so I don't think I was there.
Well, there's other people there, and I don't know what happened, but he went on top of the yellow roof thingy, and I went under him to go underneath the roof. I turn around, I look up, he's falling down.
I feel like this is more so embarrassing for Calvin than you.
No, Spencer. No. That ain't how it went at all. All right.
Didn't you?
You looked
Didn't you
up,
fall on him?
saw me. You pulled my leg, and I could have been paralyzed. Legit. I
Yeah,
could have
sure,
been
Oh, is
forgot
this-
about
paralyzed.
that.
Is this when you hit your back?
Yeah, off metal corner from like 5 feet in the air. And it
You
was
guys
like a
wanna know an
sharp metal
embarrassing
corner.
story about Calvin.
I know another part. Okay,
Emma?
so
Guys,
Calvin
no,
had.
wait, Spencer, this is good, okay? This is good. So, in case
Emma?
none of you knew, in grade
Emma?
3, Calvin used to be very in
Emma?
love with me.
Emma?
Wait, he did what?
Emma.
Calvin,
We
Calvin,
don't- Emma.
Just let it
Calvin,
happen.
shush.
Wow.
Your
This
hostess
is a
is
to-
speaking.
Yeah,
This,
the host is
this
speaking. Shut your trap, peasant.
This is a topic that, very uncomfortable with. Since
Calvin, it was grade 3. It's fine. Anyways, so Calvin was in love with me. Shut up.
Everyone mute Calvin.
Well, that's not
That's
gonna
not how
go
it works.
on the podcast. Anyways, just let me tell it, Calvin. It's fine. I'll tell an embarrassing story of me next.
Oh, it's probably not going to be as
No,
embarrassing.
it's just as...
I got another embarrassing one for
No.
Calvin.
Let
No,
Emma
we're
speak.
not going to talk about Calvin anymore after this. Okay, so what happened was, grade 3, Calvin was in love with me. And this boy...
Let's- Wait. Before you say anything,
What?
just before that, I didn't know how relationships worked. Okay, I was a very dumb boy.
You still are.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Spencer, try to fix the echo again real quick.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Anyway, so Calvin was in love with me, and every day this boy would come out and hunt me down at recess to tackle me because he thought that was what you did when you professed your love to someone.
That's what sex is, isn't it?
Anyways, so this happened for about like a week. Before one day at recess, he came and tackled me. And I was
Teacher
laughing
got
so
me.
hard I started crying. So I guess the teacher thought like he hurt me or something, and the teacher came over, got Calvin in trouble, and Calvin had to go to the principal's office because he tackled me because that's what he thought love was.
Just one more little bit about Calvin here. I remember
And then
he tried,
a year later, Emma liked me.
haha.
Yeah.
Little quick blurb about
No,
Calvin
I
before we
liked
move
you in
on.
grade 3. It's just I just didn't want to. It was fucking grade 3. I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah, no commitment in grade 3. Little quick
Exactly.
bit about Calvin again. He got, I think it was, the wall. That was a big punishment back then. He got the wall for
the
climbing
wall.
up a
A pole.
basketball hoop on the first day of school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this was during the summer, okay? And this is when Calvin, you had your bike.
Why is like everything embarrassing about me? Goddamn.
Because we're not that embarrassing.
yourself.
Don't worry,
Okay,
Calvin.
let me-
I have two embarrassing stories I'll tell after this.
And,
This isn't embarrassing,
let me
Spencer.
talk. Let me talk. So,
It's not embarrassing,
we're on our
Spencer.
bikes in the back lot, whatever. And there's this like big hole, okay? I'm like, hey, jump over that. I'm like, okay. So he went a bit far, and then he went full speed over this one ramp. And I don't know what happened, but the front tire came down, and he did a flip. And I was walking back.
You are bad at telling stories, monsieur. This is how it actually happened. Okay, so I was like, yo, I'll jump this. And he was like, alright. And then I went at it full speed. It's a dirt jump, alright? I didn't see that it was dirt. I went straight through it into a deep pit of like metal and shit. And I had the
No,
bike
Colin,
on
you
top of
jumped
me
it.
and stuff. No, I didn't jump it because I fell in.
Oh. Yeah, you did flip, remember?
I did not flip.
Spencer's trying to be cool. Anyways, well, we'll talk about more. I'm gonna say 2 embarrassing stories because I feel bad for Calvin. This one was really bad because in grade 7, okay, so basically I was in a teacher's class and Calvin was in like a different teacher's class, and so were the twins and like all my friends, and I was sitting next to my friend. I'm not gonna say who. But back then, I used to bring like cucumbers and stuff to school, and I like to have my cucumbers with like salt and pepper, right? So I'd bring salt and pepper with me to put on my cucumbers. Just listen, Calvin. Shh.
Uh,
Anyways, so my friend saw that I had a little container of salt. It was a lot of salt. Okay, it was a lot. And my friend decided it would be funny to dare me to take it all and swallow it.
oh,
Oh.
And well, you guys know me. I don't back down from a dare. I do it because I ain't no pussy. So I did it. And like about 5 minutes after it happened, I was like starting to feel really sick. Oh, this is so embarrassing. And I threw up in the trash can in front of everybody.
Ooh.
I think
Oh yeah, I remember
this.
that. I was in your class.
Ah, ear rape.
Yeah. And then
Spencer,
Spencer
maybe
kept
try
getting
not
in
eating your
trouble,
microphone.
so the teacher would make him run laps around the school.
I remember that actually.
Yeah.
I was in your class.
Yeah. Anyways, I forget what the other one was. I was gonna say something and then I forgot. I think it had to do with. Well, this one's not really embarrassing, but when I was younger, my mom and my dad like planned to go to Disneyland and stuff like that, like Universal Studios. And I kid you not, 2 days before we left to go, I decided it would be a good idea to drive on my little dinky four-wheeler up a tiny
Uh-oh.
hill because it didn't have reverse. So I was using the hill to like reverse into place, kind of. And I went halfway up the hill, and the bike flipped on me.
Oh no.
And
Like the snowmobile?
No, it was like a four-wheeler, and it fractured my shoulder.
Ooh.
And as I was lying on the ground with the bike on, like pinning my arm down, all I heard from my mom is her talking from up on the deck, and she was like, "You okay, sweetie?" Like she couldn't see me like crying and wanting to die.
She couldn't care less.
Yeah, and then we went to Disneyland, and I cried on the Harry Potter ride because a spider spit in my face.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, wasn't
That
good.
Wait.
was, yeah,
A
that
real
seems
one
shitty.
or
No, Spencer. Oh my gosh.
All right,
A real spider came down.
We got about 2 minutes before I guess it'd be the 25-minute mark, but that's fine. Is there anything you guys want to add on to embarrassing stories?
I actually have one for myself, I think.
You think?
And
Then
I
go
don't.
ahead,
yeah.
Spencer.
And it happened not that long ago at youth.
All right, well then
So
elaborate on that.
so so here I am. We're playing Manhunt at youth. And I don't think Calvin was there. He might be at his dance.
Did we
But
talk
I
about
was
this already?
I was at
No,
okay,
this
so
was at
I
youth,
was
so this was recently.
I was at youth and I was the one that so I tried getting Morgan. We went in circles from the laboratory where chairs are through the halls, did like 5 loops. And then not knowing me, going full speed because she left the door open. I turned and I ran straight into wood.
That is so
And-
embarrassing, Spencer. I feel so bad for you.
And then
Oh
I got up,
boy.
and I got back up, tried running again. I ran into the door.
That's hilarious, dude.
No
You
one
must
found that
actually
embarrassing.
died.
But after that, we actually got McDonald's. Wait.
Yeah, so that made the
Yeah.
experience a lot better because you ran into
Why
a
you
door
call it?
metal or a
Quick
wooden
question.
pole and you got Dawn's.
Why are you calling it McDonald's?
Everyone
That's
calls it
really fun.
McDonald's.
No, we just call it
Ow.
Dawn's
I
or
know.
McDick's.
I call
Oh,
it McPukes.
that's a new one.
Alright, here's something I want to try with you guys sometime. Let's go to Tim Hortons and order a 9x9.
Oh
What?
no, dude, that's legit not even gonna be coffee. That's gonna
I
be
don't- I
legit
don't like
9
coffee.
cream
I don't-
and sugar.
9 sugar,
I
and a little
I
bit of
don't.
coffee.
No, I'm barely drinking coffee, and I'm gonna quit.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
Spencer.
no, I
It's
don't-
not coffee. It's just sugar and cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
gross.
I'm not having it.
I don't like caffeine too much.
Alright, guys, we're at the 25-minute mark. Let's go ahead and start on our first segment of the day. So, the first segment is going to be about social media.
Oh, I got one. I got one.
Well,
So-
wait a second, Spencer, alright? Basically, my question was, okay, do you think social media is a good or bad influence?
Oh, that's hard.
Um,
I think
I feel like
Bad.
it's.
I think it could be like good in some ways. If people want to know what the score was on the game, they could just like go onto like Instagram or whatever and see what the score was.
Yeah,
I
so like
feel-
easy, accessible information is what you're saying.
I feel like social media is a good idea because it lets people talk to each other from far distances and relate it through pictures and conversations and such. Like Discord, for example, that's kind of it's chat for gamers.
Oh, I don't. Can I just say something? I don't know if anyone here has like reading this has Instagram, but if you go to where it shows your account, press the three lines, and go to settings, and I think it is account. Go to all the way to the bottom. No, okay, but go all the way to the bottom of account, and it can. I did something, and now I'm a creator insights person.
Just so you know, if you hear my cat purring, it's because I'm petting her. So.
And if
I'm
you hear
sorry.
Spencer, that's
She's
because he
laughing.
tries to eat his mic.
No, I'm
And then
eating
if
dinner
you,
right
if you
now.
hear Spencer purring back, it's okay because his name's Spency Cat.
Ooh, there you go.
But if you go onto your Instagram thing and go to account, you can. It says like something like creator insight. I'm actually one of those now.
That's cool, Spencer. Anyway, kind of off topic, but anyways, well, I mean, personally, I think social media can be very bad for someone and very good for someone. Like, for example, like body positivity and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of downgrading on the social media apps like Instagram and Twitter. There's a lot of that stuff.
Oh
But
yeah,
there's
like
also a lot of body positivity, and I also think cyberbullying's a big thing, and social media just lets that become more accessible to
That's
others.
true.
I find cyberbullying is degrading. I don't think it's as often anymore.
Well,
I think I think it's more trolls and such, like people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
go by this little rule of mine. If you can't say it to their face, don't say it.
Yeah.
But a lot of hacks have been happening because who was that one girl that like was forced to publish her own nudes on
Oh, Bella
online?
Thorne.
Yeah, a recent thing has
Isn't she a
happened
porn
with
star?
another person.
No, she's not. She was actually okay. So Bella Thorne was a Disney kid. I don't know if you guys remember the show Step It Up. It was like the dancing show.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, so she was on that show with like Zendaya, and what happened was a while ago, somebody hacked her account or something like that. They got a hold of her nude photos and said like, "Oh, give us this," or they tried blackmailing her, and so she ended up posting her own nudes, so that hackers didn't have leverage over her, which was kind of smart, but also I feel bad for her. And actually, I think it was Whoopi Goldberg or something like that was kind of like degrading her a little bit, and she snapped back at Whoopi and stuff like that. It was a big thing a little while ago, but
No, I swear to
But
God,
yeah, but
I've
another
seen
person.
her on.
But yeah, but they have the same thing happened to another YouTuber.
well, we probably shouldn't talk about it. It's pretty controversial. All right.
Oh,
the
guys,
next
have you
thing,
seen?
like,
Have you guys? Sorry.
it's alright. Go ahead.
Have you guys seen Shane Dawson's documentary yet?
geez.
I haven't watched it just because I've been kind of out of the loop with YouTube lately. I
Yeah,
don't watch a lot of
same.
YouTube anymore. I just kind of listen to music on.
Speaking of YouTube,
So,
I watched
but,
this guy called Patty Mayo. He's a bounty hunter down in America. Cool stuff. If you want to learn about law and such stuff like that, he's part of a bail bond company, and what he mainly does is catches people who have been like missed their court dates and stuff. But they all try to fight back, and a lot of people end up getting arrested for harboring a fugitive.
Yeah.
It's a fun little show if you want something like that.
I really like
um,
on YouTube. I like H3H3 podcasts.
Oh, that guy is funny.
He's funny. I haven't really been watching him lately, but I like his.
I
podcast.
unsubbed.
Like I like listening to podcasts, but like personally for me, I like more like true crime stuff.
Personally, I quite enjoy this new podcast. It's called the Runch Podcast. If you haven't heard of it, go like and subscribe.
Whoa, that sounds pretty epic. I'm gonna go do that
What is
right
it?
now.
What
You
is
guys
it about,
should
you might
too.
ask? It is about 4 people, and I've gotten feedback from one of our friends saying that it is just like talking to people at school. He loves it so much, he listens to it during science class.
Rated 5
Wait,
star
really?
at school.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about it and talking about social media and stuff, before I ask, I also want to ask, what's your favorite social media? Do you use Instagram? Do you use Twitter? What do you
Twitter.
use?
That's kind of hard for me. What I'm basically using is just like Instagram and Snapchat to talk to people.
Yeah.
I
I find
personally,
Snapchat's degrading now.
I personally only have Instagram. I tried to get Twitter, didn't get into it at all. What was the other one? I just started using Snapchat again to talk to a friend of ours. I'm not going to name drop her. But yeah,
I mean, like,
just to get streaks.
I use a lot of social media. Like, I use Twitter, I use Instagram, I use Snapchat. And I think Calvin's right with the whole Snapchat thing. I think that it can be used for, I don't know. I don't like the way it is used. I think that people like to get into fights over it because they won't say anything to somebody's face. But other than that, I think my favorite social media right now would probably be, I'm actually trying to think, probably Instagram. That's what I use the most out of all of them. I use Twitter a lot, but I only use it for like, updates on people, see how they're doing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another thing.
basically. What's
Drama
another
alert.
thing? Uh-oh.
Drama alert.
Nope.
Is that news,
Studio.
Spencer?
No, it's not. I'll send it to you guys on Instagram here. But
It's news.
But if you guys don't know that, people were thinking, nah, he will be like switching to a different platform or whatever.
That's news.
That's news, bro.
Yeah, but have you seen his new thing yet?
It's news, Spencer. We don't talk about that.
You can hear him taking a screenshot in the background.
The vibes, bro. Getting attacked.
Whoa.
Goddamn.
Send it to Emma first, and I'll send it to Calvin.
Well, we aren't going to talk about it because that's not our thing.
There we go. It's sent to both of you.
Spencer. Stop. Anyway,
Oh.
this happens every time.
Mhm.
Anyways, whatever. Okay, but now that we're talking about like social medias and stuff like that, we should probably talk about our plans for the run.
Don't we do that
yes.
every episode?
Well, no, because
Basically.
Calvin's working on a new logo and a new banner, and I'd like to.
Yeah, after this
Progress on that?
thing here, I'm actually going over to help Calvin out.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you leave comments down below on what you would like to see for a new banner or logo. Make sure
Yeah,
it has to deal with the runs. Nothing like, let's say, astronauts. That doesn't deal with our stuff. But yeah, anything that would help me out with the idea of the process of making it, that'd be a great help, I'd say.
Yeah, we say this pretty much every time, but we love your feedback. It helps us better understand what you guys want to see in us.
Yeah, and you know, we do all we can to try and fit your guys' needs and stuff like that from our YouTube channel, but we do need feedback, otherwise we don't know what to put. So
Exactly.
we're doing the best we can right now, but we have nothing to go off of.
Like, if you actually want to hear news, we'll give you news.
We'll give Spencer his own segment.
Sports and all. But while we're talking about news and stuff like that, I'm not gonna say anything controversial. It's our plans for the podcast. Me and Calvin have been talking, and since our last guest came on for the last podcast, he actually gave us some ideas, and we're wondering if maybe we talk about them, like things like opinions on politics and stuff like that. We don't know what we want to do yet because we don't want to get into any controversy.
I feel like at the moment, we should wait until after the elections.
See, that's what I was thinking as well. And also, we haven't really talked about it before, so we don't know if it's going to be hurting people's opinions and people are going to get mad about it. So
I'm back.
while we're talking about that, I thought I'd just point.
Exactly. There you go. And actually, me and Ash guy over here, we're looking at a microphone, and we're thinking about getting all set up with microphones soon. I think what we're gonna be getting is the Blue Yeti. It's a microphone. It comes with a stand if you get the bundle. The air suppressor or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's like a little foam thing you put over it,
Sock.
something like that. It's a good microphone, and it has a few settings on it, and it has really good audio. Like a lot of streamers use it. So
Except, well, I haven't streamed
Maybe we
in a
should
while.
all team up and buy Spencer one because I'm getting real sick of these echoes.
Yeah, I think I need one. I know my voice sounds nothing in real life as it does on the recordings.
Same
yes,
here.
it does.
Yeah, it sounds pretty
Mhm.
similar, Ashton.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't sound any
When I
different
hear
to us.
when I
I
hear
have a
these
question.
echoes, I sound really whiny.
I have a question, guys.
Well, that's because it's
Mhm.
off of Spencer's phone. So
Oh, that's
Have you guys, when you guys look at my pictures on Instagram, have you seen a new hashtag?
hashtag
No.
runs.
Oh, hashtag runs.
No. The, hang on, let me see what post it is. It is the
it's
recent
only on
post
one
I,
post.
yeah, but what I put it in the, like, caption thingy.
Yeah, okay. Well, while Spencer's doing that, oh, I forgot what I was. gonna
It's already there.
Well, Spencer, okay, whatever.
It's,
Spencer.
it's Jags Invade.
We weren't even talking about that. We were talking about the microphone.
Yeah.
Anyways, back onto the microphone topic, Spencer.
Who's
I
Spencer?
think I would
Keith.
buy a better quality mic, right? But I'm thinking my YouTube channel isn't gonna be surrounded around games. Like I don't really need a better quality mic. Because I think I'm gonna start getting into some like video photography stuff. So I don't really think I'll need that mic, but I would get it if I actually was planning on gaming and stuff like that.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking
What?
maybe someone can set up a room in their house, and then everyone comes over, and then we could do a podcast there. Because talking over Discord, you're not really interacting with the people. You know, you kind of lose ideas.
Plus there's the Discord lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, we wouldn't get Spencer's echo.
Yeah. Okay, stop pointing everything over here on me, you know.
Well,
That's just how
every
it
2
works.
seconds, no offense, Spencer. I mean, no offense by this, but every 2 seconds, I hear the echo from your microphone, or you do,
echoing.
or you talk about NHL. Let's go cross country.
Yeah, okay, that. Wait,
Deny it.
It's accurate. It's accurate. I agree with Emma.
Anyways, let's get off of that before we all get into a fist fight and a giant fucking gang fight.
Gang bang.
No,
You mean-
no, I was gonna say
you
that,
mean
but
the-
then I realized how gross that sounds.
You mean a Discord fight?
Sure, Spencer.
Political
Oh,
debate here.
what should I be for Halloween?
Okay, anyways, Halloween. We talked about that last time, did we not?
Yeah,
Yep.
we talked about it already.
Okay, moving on. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with the next segment because it's pretty lengthy, so it's fine. We're gonna talk about some video games.
Video games. Ooh.
You guys obviously play video games, right?
I'm playing
Yeah,
one right
I'm
now.
playing one right
as a
now.
matter of fact.
Now, all based on video games. Sorry, I'm also playing video games right now, and I just accidentally shot my teammate, but it's fine.
I think we all are.
Huh? Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Bro,
I don't think Spencer's.
Stop taking screenshots.
anyway, all right, video games. Let's start with there's been a lot of like studies, I guess. I don't know. People think that violent video games cause violent behavior. Do you guys believe in that stuff? Or
No,
No.
not at all.
Why do you?
In
Well,
fact, I think it
my phone-
relieves it.
My phone won't stop taking screenshots.
Fun
Yeah,
little
I
thing
think it's
here.
the same thing for me. Like violent video games, like Oh, this sounds like I'm like some psycho or something, but like I play violent video games when I've had like a really bad day and I just want to let my aggression out. I go and I purposely pick a game that I can just kill everybody in.
It's
For
because
me,
Exactly.
that's the reasoning behind that is mainly because you're not actually killing those people. You're taking it's simulating it. So you're taking that frustration out on fake people rather than actual people that you would hurt seriously.
what
Yeah.
I would do,
Exactly.
what I would do, I would just go in Formula 1 2017 and wreck my teammates.
Okay. 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 Well, adding on to that, do you think video games are a waste of people's times or?
No,
No.
In fact,
I
I think it
play
entertains people.
I
Yeah.
play Red Dead Redemption, which is one of the most ambiguous uh, open world games today.
Yeah,
There's so much
I
to do,
play
so
that
much to
game. It's got a
explore.
lot of graphics and stuff. I really like the good graphics on that game. I think it's one of the best.
Yeah, it is amazing. The open world quality is all the exploring, the story that you get, the character development. It's amazing.
Okay, well, since you brought that up, Ashton, well, personally, okay, so my thing on waste of time video games, I think that's totally incorrect. Whenever I'm done my homework and I'm done all my stuff, like chores and stuff like that, I like to just sit down, relax, and kill some people.
So in other words, you love
Yeah,
to waste time by playing video games,
exactly,
but not
exactly,
have video games be a waste of time.
exactly. But
That's
now that
how it
we're adding
works.
on to the whole story thing, what is your favorite character story arc in a video game? And if you guys don't play games for like the
Uh,
story and stuff like that, what do you like
Like
about games?
losers.
Story arc?
Yeah, like for example, I just think of something. You guys ever play the Walking Dead games, like the
Oh
Nope.
Telltale?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like for example,
Like
Lee, the
Telltale's a
main
good
character of the first
example of character
yeah,
development.
it's all about character development and creating a story. Like that's what I mean by story arc. Like what's your favorite character story arc by far?
Red Dead or uh, either Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2. I really like Arthur Morgan and I really like John Marston's character development. They, especially Arthur Morgan, actually, because you get to shape him as you will, as being a good guy or a bad guy, and you do all the choices he makes. And
Yeah.
from the beginning of the game, he's a bad guy, kind of, and throughout the middle, he contracts. Spoiler alerts: he contracts tuberculosis, and he's starting to slow down a bit, try to do the best he can for the rest of his life, and it's a very good game, very good character development. I find good story arc, especially
Yeah.
throughout exploring the gang and all that.
It's like a dead man's like final wishes, like a good
Yeah,
death. Yeah. I think personally for me, I never played the game because I didn't have a PlayStation. Sorry.
it's good.
I have an
It's
Xbox, so I've never played it, but when I was younger I used to watch videos on The Last of Us. And I don't
oh
know
Oh
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys when you were younger, did you ever watch The Rad Brad on YouTube?
no.
Yes.
He was like
Yes.
my
When I was
favorite
doing like Saints Row 3 walkthroughs,
Yeah.
definitely. That guy was
So I
awesome.
really liked him, and I watched his The Last of Us playthrough, and I think one of my, well, I guess it's two favorite character story arcs is
Oh my gosh.
I really liked Ellie and I really liked Joel. I think they both
Oh,
did a lot. They had a lot of character
I love,
development like that.
I love Joel's character development's quite cool because he starts off as this guy who's quite mundane, and
Well,
then
at first he like
his,
didn't like Ellie, like he didn't want to take care of her. Like eventually just
yeah,
went
but
to this.
even before that, he suffered the loss of his child, and then
Yeah,
he went through all this
and you learn that
progress,
in the
and
beginning of the game too.
Uh,
You play as his child.
you die. Like that is the
when are we
first thing
gonna
you do.
when are we gonna end this? Just wondering.
Probably like 6:50 or so, right?
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, so we got
Well,
about 20 minutes left, and let's
when we're
talk about, I guess. Okay, well, Calvin, do you play games for the story, or do you play it more for the action?
I play more for the action. Sometimes the story, depending on the game, like Far Cry 5, that was an alright story.
I found it kind of short.
Call of Duty. The Call of Duty stories are always nice. I like those. But usually I play games for the entertainment, like action, playing with friends, funny moments, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
And I find a lot of people do that as well.
Yeah, see, like, okay, so, like, for example, like, what kind of game is your favorite? Like, first-person shooter? Do you like
First-person
RPGs?
shooters.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. I quite enjoy the Rockstar games, but they usually use the third person, and they're really good at character development. But I like the open world games and first person shooters too. I enjoy all of them.
Like Doom? Oh, I love Doom.
Doom's okay.
I think my favorite kind of, like, okay, so personally, I play games for action too. Like, I play Rainbow Six Siege, and, like, I like to play gun games and stuff like that. But I think my
Calvin,
favorite kind of game is, like, the storytelling ones. Like, the Telltale games, they were really good. I like shaping their story. Detroit Become Human.
Oh, I'm
What were the other
planning to do
ones
that
that-
actually, Detroit.
Yeah, Until Dawn. Like, those ones, I love those.
Oh yeah.
Calvin, am I able to come ahead over now?
We're doing the podcast, bro.
I can talk in the
Wait,
background.
little bit of counterpoint there. Spencer won't have the echo if he goes to your house there.
But also, Spencer,
Alright, come on
20
over,
minutes
bro.
left in the podcast, bro.
Oh, just
About
leave the room.
I'm ahead. Come over, Calvin.
Oh boy, time to put on deodorant.
Noise.
I also did a workout just before this, so I'm a stinky boy.
Why you want to get ripped for Spencer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gotta flex them.
Knew they were gay. Knew they were gay for each other.
Oh no, the entire time. Wow.
Isn't it
Just can't
obvious?
believe you found out. Ah.
It's kind of obvious, guys.
Yeah, guys.
Well, we're still on the topic of video games, and we have 20 minutes left to spare. So while we're talking about it, what do you guys play on? Calvin plays on PC, and I don't know what you play on.
I personally play. I play a little bit of mobile, but I quite so prefer my PS4. I'm trying to get a PC, but I don't know how well that's going so far. I'm
Hey
trash
man,
at the kind
if
of
you get
stuff.
if you get the parts, or if you need the knowledge for the parts, I'm here. I got all the information.
You will be my manual.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, Ashton, you mentioned mobile gaming. Like, okay, what are your thoughts on that? I think mobile gaming's like cool and all, and I think they have some really
It's
good
okay.
games to try.
It's okay for a
But
quick game.
personally, I don't think it's as rich, like in story and in action and stuff like that, as console.
And in quality.
Well, a lot of it's just companies trying to make a little bit of money, but it's not really meant for story, I find. I think mobile games more so, it's just for a quick little fun thing to do while you're out and about. Like
Yeah.
PUBG, for example. I know that's on mobile, and that's quite a fun thing to play.
Yeah.
I don't get why it's free on mobile, but not on any other thing.
The graphics. It's the graphics.
No, but you can run those graphics on PC as well.
Very
Yeah,
low,
I mean,
crappy
actually,
graphics.
while we're talking about it, I started playing this game. It's on mobile, and I think it's called Dawn of Isles or something like that. It's like an RPG, and it's
Wait.
third person.
Let me ask my mom first.
I bet you just showed up. Like,
Wow. Well, it's just us now. So, who are we going to talk smack about first?
let's talk
I like-
smack about Spencer.
Actually, interesting thing. Me and a couple of the other people were ripping on him for his social skills the other night. Don't want to get too in depth about it, but it was yeah, it was something alright. Good conversation to have. Because if you didn't know, Spencer doesn't have the best social skills, but it's
Yeah, but you know, it doesn't matter. I don't really want to bully him for it. I have poor social skills as well, so.
We were just saying like 10-20 minutes a day practicing in the mirror.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Anyway, but all right. Well, since it's just us, because Calvin's warding off Spencer.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was your favorite game to play? Like, we've probably talked about it already, but I can't really
Yeah,
list
I like. At the moment, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm playing through that again for the story because there's so many different ways you can play it.
All right,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we have Spency Cat over at my place.
Everybody, please welcome back our special guest on Calvin's microphone, Spency
Off
Cat.
my.
Keith.
All right, say hi, Keith. Hi. All right, I don't know how we're gonna be doing this.
This makes my brain.
Oh, we could hear him.
This podcast has been a total mess.
What? I mean, compared to your last, like, no offense, but compared to your last one, it's a bit more organized.
I've never hosted before.
Yes, you have.
Yes, you have
No,
once.
I haven't. I've been
Yep.
co-host.
No, you've been host.
Have I?
Yeah.
What
I
are
think
we
it was
even talking about?
Spency Cat is dead. I don't know. I just remember that
Yep.
it was very fast.
1 second, I want to save that.
Oh, yeah, because I was in a rush that day. I had to go.
Yeah.
We always pick the worst times to film, guys?
Yeah. It's like every time you're host, it's
It
you
just
have to
goes
go
wrong
somewhere, or Spencer just doesn't talk.
Or Spencer talks too much.
Yeah, like today, he sounded like he was eating his microphone. You could hear him breathe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of every podcast, though.
Yeah.
We definitely have some things to work on as a podcast.
Yeah, I think Spencer's top priority for getting a headset.
And better mics, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just talking off my phone, so like if I were to talk off my Xbox or my PC, it would sound so much crappier compared to my phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone with my PlayStation
Spencer's trying
4
to play my
headset.
game right now. 1 second.
That's funny.
Fun.
It's an in-game replay.
Oh my god. The
Just give
ear
it
rape.
2 seconds.
Oh boy. So fun. Yeah, no, I was thinking for the future of the podcast, I'm thinking we should do a team building exercise type thing where we get on Discord to make it more accurate and just do a mock podcast.
Also, a better connection.
Oh,
like a mock podcast to like practice not interrupting each other and letting other people go first and all that.
Yeah, and like I feel
Alright.
bad because some of the people that listen probably
So what we talk
they
about?
probably roll their eyes every time we get into these little petty arguments.
I don't know. I know personally, Siobhan really likes these podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely have a lot of stuff to work on
Mhm.
as a group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like talking in front of people, not
Yeah.
in front of people. Like,
Yeah, I'm
like
thinking we should do just like a
you know,
mock
interrupting
podcast with
people,
generic
stuff like that.
ideas to just
we can definitely work on that.
practice our not interrupting each other and all that.
Yeah, and I think talking in person, like to each other in person, like
It's
how
yeah,
other
it's a lot
people do
easier
it,
to
it's gonna be a lot easier. Yeah.
to understand each other's social cues and all that, rather than sitting just playing our own devices.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot to practice. Actually, what time is it? 6:40-ish. We're approaching, what is it, 55 minutes? We started the podcast at 5:45, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're approaching the end of the podcast. Do you guys want to sign off now, or do we have anything else we need to talk about?
I have one more thing
All right, Calvin, go for it.
to say about the future, because we were talking about microphones, and today me and Ashton, we were at Mills Music, and we were talking into one of the fake microphones there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's real but not plugged in, and it sounded so much better. Like, because we were talking in person, it sounded much more clean.
Like standing there and having that microphone, it made us feel more confident, I found.
Yeah. This is my drift car, by the way.
Yeah, that's good.
Just Calvin out of nowhere. This is my drift car.
All right, guys,
worry
we
about
got
it.
5 minutes left on the podcast before we hit the 1 hour mark. I'd say we should probably sign off now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and a comment. This podcast will be going up soon, but anyways,
Hopefully
hope you enjoyed.
Thursday.
Leave
Hopefully
a like and a
Thursday.
comment. I've been your host, Emma, my co-host,
I'm Ashton.
and our two guests.
Calvin and Keith.
Anyways,
He's embraced it.
I hope you guys enjoy whatever rest of your day you have while watching this. Don't forget to subscribe, comment what you want to see next on our podcast so we know what to do.
What
And
topics to talk about?
Yeah.
Little PSA: be safe while driving if you're listening to this.
All right.
Just
This has been
little word
Runt
of advice.
Podcast. Signing off.
Yeah.
Wait,
Calvin, get Craig
I'm
out
not
of the
on
chat.
Discord.
Calvin,
I'm
you
not
gotta
on
end it.
Discord. Yeah, you was trying to drive. Oh, gee. All right. Move your fingers.
This is fun.
Okay.
Little bit of bloopers.
All right, there we go. Peace.